Alright, what's up, everybody? I'm very excited to tell everybody about this today. Rec Room has released, I'm pretty sure I'm going to say, Hierarchical Building, or a building, yeah, I don't know what you call it. It's neat. It's been released for the past, I'm pretty sure, 2 days, I don't know, but I'm just going to make a video on it today to explain the features, and I'm going to make a room about it. I don't know, I forgot how it's spelled or something, I'm not going to spell it out. But this is how you enable it, and this is what it does. So you open up your watch, go to this room. Yeah, I don't know. Hold up. You want to turn on beta content. But then I'm just going to click out. Wait, hold up. Can you not do that? Hold up. Well, first, if you want to enable this feature, you want to turn on beta content. First, turn it on, and then save the room. I'm just going to type it in. Save. Hold up. Beta enabled. Just gonna make that as the room description. And now you just saw was the second option popped up. Once that option pops up, you either have two options. The first option is convert this room to use experimental hierarchical building. Hierarchical, oh yeah. This is an early feature preview, and not all Maker Pen functionally is available. This includes manipulation, cloning, and other things. Existing content may break. The stability across future updates cannot be guaranteed. Now, this is important. Once enabled, this feature cannot be turned off. So if you're making your room and you turn this on, it will lock these settings in and then just disable your functionality to press them. It's an alpha preview, so make sure that you have decided to turn this on, because I've tested it. There's really no features, nothing good with it besides clamping objects and building objects with it. So once we turn it on, yes, it's going to resave the room. After we do that, it's going to cause the room to do something. It's going to cause the room to take a minute to just remind itself that we just enabled a thing that we're testing. So you might spawn over here to the side instead of in the middle. But after you do that, see manipulation, make conventions, obviously is off. So if we go ahead and make I'm going to turn on grid. If we make a simple cube, it's going to put the pivot point over there. Yep, editing container. Since we made a new container, we can scale the object, but we cannot manipulate it. Now the pivot point, we'll get into interesting. We'll get into something interesting. Come on, I got it right here. Yep. I'll release a whole room about the info. But yes. So once we start editing this container, we can edit out, which just makes it where we can't do it. But the interesting part is we can configure it. Now we can make a visual, the UV offset, whatever that means. I'm stupid. We can create an object board. Now this is the most interesting. Look. We now have object boards inside of objects. So now we can store stuff in objects. We can name the container, so I'm going to name it here building cube. Now we got our custom circuit board. It'll display it up here. For some reason you cannot mess with the collision and all that right now, but that might be coming soon in later updates. It might not say that, but you can't edit the circuit board, but you have to actually edit it to get inside the circuit board. Now, we can add circuits in here, so basically, let me just add properly. Don't ask. an if chip. So we get an if. We can configure this to have inputs and outputs. So we can just hold up. We can disable the follow, detach it, create new function. So Hierachel. Now we can add an input. So run. Yep. We're gonna make a bool for the if. We're just making our off-brand if chip. And then we exit that and go to outputs. We're gonna make it run. We're gonna open our object board back up. You attach it, and then we're gonna run it, else nothing. So now we have this cube that we can move. The circuit board will obviously not follow with it because we disabled following on it. But we can now attach stuff to it. Look at this. Remember clamps? Clamps are always boring something. With this building mode, and don't use it right now because it's going to mess up your maps. But when we get the full preview of it, we already got a preview, what I'm saying, but as soon as we get the full version of the cube, well, not the cube, but the building, we can do many things. When you edit the container, basically everything's stored in it. So including, I'm going to put it in a light. Let's say I just want, I want a light. Yeah, I just want a light. We can attach a point light in the middle right here. And guess what? The light's a part of the cube. And now we can edit that, but once we do that, look, we can pop all this logic out. And look, it's all stuck in here. We can edit, we can move the lights, but once we exit, it's now basically a part of it. We don't need no clamps. It's a part of this object. So this is the best part about it. Now, I don't know how to do the rest. My most favorite part about this feature is now, look at this. There's a new type of pin container. So we might get an update where we can configure the containers with this pin. I already tried testing it. There is no containers. There is no container. So look, we can go through it. There's no container. No container. There is no container at all. There is no container chip. But there is this. I can get an interaction volume. Here, let me get an interaction. We can clamp everything together with this. Here, I want an interaction around this. Done. It's a part of this object. So basically, you can do whatever you want with this. It's like the new rec room. There's no clamps. Now, I'm excited to see what Animation V2 will do. Imagine Animation V2. You can now, put stuff inside of it. Just imagine having an animation built inside of your object. That way it's not outside. You can have it play. It's basically a pre-made. It's pre-made. It's not, your logic's not outside of it. You don't have to display anything outside of it. You can just all encapsulate it to a small build. And this is the best part. You can also put circuit boards in here most likely. Now, rotators and pistons, I'm not sure about that. I don't think you can put pistons in here. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can, but I think it's going to be, wait, is it going to be part? I haven't tested that. It's a part of the object. And that's the best part. You can just have all these objects inside of each other. No clamps. No, I'm not even playing. There's no clamps in here. If you think I'm playing, there's absolutely nothing. But yeah, you cannot do that. You cannot undo. You cannot clone. You cannot do anything. You have to create every object individually right now. So this is pretty neat for this feature that Rec Room has added. You can also put rotators. I don't know what you can do. Probably edit this. I don't know. Put this whole pillar on it. This whole Rec Room pillar. Yep. And it's a part of it. So I'll clamp to it. It's amazing what Rec Room can do now. Probably put this paint burst gun in it. Look. It's already attached. It's amazing how Rec Room is evolving to do everything. You know, I can probably put a whole mirror on this. Mirror. And this helps with, like, without having to use clamps, you can add stuff to your objects. Like, let's say, like, you have an AI that has, like, a barrier for, like, points they need to go to, or, like, where the invisible collisions where they get to spawn, or, like, you know, like, or, like, you can, so basically, let's say you have an AI, like, a boss fight, like, let's say we have trigger zones on his hands, but we have to clamp him. We can just add them onto him, basically, and now it's on his hands. It's amazing, because now it's on its hands. And imagine that with a CV2 animation gizmo. You can go inside that container and animate it without having to use anything. So basically we have a full-on boss working something. It's amazing what we can do now in Rec Room, and I hope you can find something to do with it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.